Today on episode 5 of the JK'ing Wit Joey Podcast show, we discuss how to make horse racing cool. We talk about a wacky radio station. We get into orgasms. And we talk about comedians. All that and more on a handful of baby powder, smack you in your face type of shit podcast show. Let's go! Welcome. I'll put a link up to horse racing. There's a name of a horse that recently won, and the owner named it Both of These Nuts.
That's a great name.
I felt that we could use this time to throw out some of our own names for horses. If we had a horse, name it, maybe we get some notoriety. All these names that I came up with, I'll put up on our episode thread. Terry Luz Zanel. Terry Luz Zanel. I know we have a listener out there somewhere with the name probably Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Luz Zanel. And I'll put that up there how I spelled it. I got Gabe, last name Oi Toucher. That would
Gabe
be
Oi Toucher.
Hauser, last name Colon. Mike.
I don't know what's funnier about that, the way you put it all together or just the first name.
Hauser.
Can you imagine coming up with baby names?
Yeah.
Fucking random Hauser.
Like permanently curse your child. And I told my wife, I said, because she talked to me me wanting a dog, and I said I eventually want to get a dog when I get a fence for the yard.
Like a real dog, not the one you have now?
Yes, a real big dog. I told her that I would name the dog Stains.
Mm-hmm.
That way when it runs away and I'm outside, I can be chasing it, yelling, "Come Stains! Come Stains!"
I remember you told me that.
Yes.
That's classic.
Yes, that's going to be good with the neighbors.
They're going to love that.
Mike Oxsmall. Oh, my Wi-Fi here at my house is Willie, middle initial B and last name Hardigan. I got Haywood, last name Jablomi.
How much time did you spend on this?
A little bit. I remember posting all these on your Facebook page.
You did, yeah.
When you were naming your dog and I was trying to help you.
Yeah.
So I went all the way back on your fucking page.
So you got you've got dog names and horse names.
Herb, last name Eversmells.
That one was my favorite, I think.
Herb Eversmells. Dean, last name Gulberry, first name Hugh, and last name Janus.
What about Perry Edrips? Period drips.
I got Joe, middle name Steiny, last name Cock. Joe Steiny Cock.
His middle name couldn't be inferior.
Joe's inferior Cock. You go get it changed. You're so upset.
How about I gotta go on Kenny Dewar.
That was purposely done. There's no way.
Yeah. Oh, there's no way. That was
Yeah.
Mom and Dad were giggling all the way to the waiting room.
Yes, exactly. That would be like me naming my kid Air Biscuit. Like that's just purposely done.
It's a great name.
Air Biscuit?
No, that's a terrible name.
Oh, do we want to offer a Blake Griffin retraction?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It was all over the place that he was paying $258,000. Like it was everywhere, and then TMZ debunked it, so there's only
32,000.
Yeah.
So JK'ing Wit Joey's podcast wants to do issue a retraction for the Blake Griffin segment we had on episode 4, where we stated that Blake Griffin was paying $258,000 a month for child support. Of course, we recorded, and then after the recording, it came out that he was really only paying $32,000.
Yeah, we want to stress the word only. He's only paying $32,000 now.
But some reason I feel a lot better about it. Like it's one of those deals where
he can still live now.
Where like they hit you with something really drastic in any subject, and then all of a sudden bring it back a little bit, and then you don't feel so bad.
Like I could have saw him like reading the news or looking online or something like that. Like, damn, I'm paying $258,000. I thought it was only $32,000, and they calling his lawyer. Like, what the fuck happened?
Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing. Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing. Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing. Do something to us. Talk to us.
Coming up next after the break, a ridiculous radio station, the Simon Gratz challenge, the FuckNut newsfeed. We tear open the mailbag and address your questions. We get too deep into orgasms. We break down another top 5 and what we feel is the top overrated 5 comedians. Next after the break.
The following is a paid advertisement.
Listen, I won't bullshit you with some lame-ass products I don't use and back myself. So take my word when I say this could be a life or death decision when it comes to this product. For the first time ever, get your no-risk, do-it-yourself, at-home, wireless colonoscopy kit for under $40. The Depstech Wireless Inspection Endoscope with 1200p resolution. Simply use your smartphone screen to view, record, or capture video or images to share with your friends, family, and coworkers. This Depstech unit has its own network for your smartphone's Wi-Fi to connect to. Easy as that, and you're ready to enter anyone's colon. When it comes to distance, no worries. The Depstech waterproof camera cable has a range of 11.5 feet with 6 adjustable LED lights that can brighten even the darkest of holes. No more hospital colonoscopy deductibles and copays for every annual visit. Now you can have peace of mind when you shove this device up your shit pipe on a daily basis. And for the first 1 million customers to order, they will get the 3 handy mirror, hook, and magnet attachments to attack a wide range of encounters. Do your friends and family a huge solid and get them the Depstech Wireless Inspection Endoscope today. Trust me, you'll be a lifesaver. I saw this thing on women claiming P-gasms are real. How do you feel about that? Real or fake? P-gasms.
Like when they piss, they come?
They wait so long to pee that when they pee, they literally have orgasm feelings.
That's a thing?
I don't think it's a thing. I think it's fucking bullshit.
So women are claiming this though.
Correct.
They're full of shit. It feels good if you have to piss. Like if you're holding in a piss and
you finally get there.
Finally go. I mean, it's like I would give it maybe like a 1/1000th of an orgasm. It's not an orgasm though.
What about? I mean, I've come to the point where I had to shit. I had pretty intense feeling shitting.
Shitgasm.
Yeah, shitgasms.
I've done plenty of those.
Like where you actually can't even prevent yourself from actually making sounds.
Isn't it weird how when you have to shit just really, really, really bad, you just get to the toilet and then it all comes out? Like the second your butt hits the toilet, it comes out.
Yeah, and tell me you don't have the same thing where the closer you get to that toilet, the less you can hold it. Like
yes.
Your ass knows that you're like 3 meters from the toilet.
Like, I'm on the brink, buddy.
Yes. It has a mind of its own, man. It's just about to fire out.
You better sit down or I'm exploding.
Did you ever try to tease your ass? Like you get to the stall and you're like, pull your pants down and pull it back up, pull it down, pull it back up. Ah.
No, God, no.
No.
That's just a recipe for disaster. That's got shit in your pants written all over it.
Sit halfway down, stand up.
Oh no, that'd be a fuck waterboarding. That'd be a new torture thing they could do.
That's what I'm saying. You imagine the guy in the next stall hearing you tease your own ass.
All he sees is your knees bending and then getting straight up, knees bending straight up.
me saying you know you want
it. You will not defeat me today.
I know you're out there.
Later, motherfucker.
Ooh, hey! What else? Sending this one out.
I'm from the ghetto.
I'll smack the shit out of you, bitch.
JK, knuckle deep in that ass.
That old real shit.
Isabel writes in and asks, Joey said JK had a big dick episode 2. Is there any truth to this?
Oh, my hang low. Oh, I got mad game in that department. I'm 5 inches flaccid and 3 inches when fully erect. So I don't really thrust. I kind of just vibrate when I'm inside you. That way I don't fall out.
Jackson writes, are you 2 straight men?
What the fuck kind of question is that? We are both 100% straight men, 6 days of the week, motherfucker.
Angela writes, will your podcast be available on iTunes or Google Play Music?
It is available on Google Play at this very moment. And we're shooting for an iTunes release sometime next week.
And Karuchi writes, how long have JK and Joey known each other?
We have been kicking it for about 9 years. Well, what is that name?
Karuchi?
It's almost like an extended version of Coochie.
Coochie, yeah.
I do want to offer the audience out there, I want to offer them a challenge, and I call it the Watch the Simon Gratz Reading High basketball game 1993 challenge without getting fucking sick. Because after I talked about it, I realized I looked it up on YouTube and somebody actually found the video and has it uploaded on YouTube, and I tried to watch it and I did get nauseous from watching my own high school camera work.
I was going to say, that must kill your vertigo.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I actually wrote an apology on the YouTube thread, whoever uploaded that video. There was a California radio station in the 70s, 80s. You know how radio stations say, they have call letters like WFMZ.
Right.
And 97, whatever. Well,
WNBC.
Well, there was one in California that the call letters, KOME, if anyone wants to look it up.
Okay, come, yeah.
And they used that to the fullest of extents in their benefit in all their broadcasting and advertising. I think they called it the cum spot. That was the name of their dial position on the radio. I just wanted to come up with a couple of one-liners if we were running the radio station, and things we could say and get away with using the call letters cum, KOME.
Mm-hmm.
I came up with glue yourself to the radio 7 days a week with cum. Like, this is stuff that probably they could have got away with, considering that they used, this is the cum spot, and they said, don't touch that dial, there's cum on it. Like, they got away with these things.
You don't want to miss this next part we have for you. Stick around for more cum.
Cum is so exciting, you're bound to have multiple strokes.
Okay.
Make sure cum is on the radio no matter where you are. There's never too much cum in your child's ears.
Oh my God. If you haven't yet, show your mom some cum.
Keep cum blasting in your home. Your kids scream for more.
Holy shit.
A happy wife has an earful of cum. I mean, it probably could go on and on with fucking one-liners for a radio station with those call letters. 98.5 KOME. If anyone wants to look it up, Google it. It's from San Jose, California in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, having a long day, long drive in your car, spritz some cum inside your vehicle.
Nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching.
Relax your throat. Here we come.
Nobody's watching. Blast some gum in your car. They didn't utilize. They were genius for what they did, but
do you think they did it on purpose?
Absolutely.
You think so?
They were using the jingles. Don't touch that dial. There's cum on it. They actually said that on the fucking radio.
This was San Diego?
San Jose, California.
Jose.
And it was a very popular radio station.
I can see why.
Let's get into the top 5.
Okay. There's got to be, at the top 5, eventually, there's got to be something that we disagree on and we can actually conversate on. This may be it.
I agree. This might be, I might annoy you in this one. We're going to go top 5 favorite comedians, and then we're going to go top 5 overrated comedians. I'm going to do a top 5, and then I'm going to go 6th man on it too.
Okay, I'll go 6th man.
All right. My favorite comedians in order, starting with number 1, Anthony Jeselnik. Makes me laugh everything he says. Number 2, Dave Chappelle. Number 3, Nick Swartzen. Number 4, Nick DiPaolo. I had to put Bill Burr at number 5. Otherwise, he'd be up higher, but I felt his last special, I didn't really laugh once.
His last special was more of a, it was like, if you've ever listened to his podcast, it was basically just his podcast. It was him ranting and raving for an hour and a half.
It was very dark, very angry, and I really didn't laugh. I have 2 guys here that I want to go 6th man with, but one of them you probably disagree with both of them. I don't feel he gets his due. He's kind of made fun of, and he's kind of disappeared off the planet. But the dude made me laugh was Dane Cook.
Okay.
He takes a lot of shit from other comedians.
Yes, he does.
But the dude, watching his specials, I would die laughing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not that big of a fan of Kevin Hart, and maybe Kevin Hart's in the same stratosphere.
Even the one where he was in that big circle, you like that one?
I did like that one, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. So it's either between him for 6th man or Don Rickles. I really love Don Rickles.
Yeah, Don Rickles is good.
He is just never-ending roasting people.
Yeah, he's like 93 years old, and he's still making fun of people.
In that aspect, because he's a ball breaker, I'll have to give it to Don Rickles.
Well, yeah, Don Rickles he's a legend. My top 5 goes number 1, Bill Burr. Like I said, I know his last special was disappointing. I still found it funny. I just think he's funny on and off the stage. I just think he's a hilarious person. His interviews on Conan are just the best. I've watched them all at least 500 different times. Number 2, I got Nick DiPaolo. Die laughing. Number 3, I got Dave Attell. One of my favorites. Number 4, I got Dave Chappelle. Number 5, I have Anthony Jeselnik. And then my 6th man, I just saw actually a month or 2 ago, Jim Norton. So that is my top 5 with the 6th man.
6th man. And your 6th man, there's no question, like you didn't have another guy like I did that was kind of.
Well, I mean, you could always add George Carlin.
I know that one was on my head, and I was like, "Damn, it's so hard." Like,
I mean,
he almost made too much sense. Like he made you think more than he made you laugh.
Yes, but everything that he said was dead on and true.
Absolutely.
And it all, yeah, like you said, it all made sense, and that's why you laughed.
Yeah.
But he did it in a humorous way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I saw him in Reading when it was back at the Raja Theater. It was actually just a couple weeks before he died, and he was still sharp. He still had it.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. And you could also always put Richard Pryor on there too. I mean, those two go hand in hand.
You want to roll right into your top 5 overrated?
5 is hard. Number 1, without a shadow of a doubt, to me, is Kevin Hart. I respect what he does, selling out football stadiums and shit like that. I just don't find him funny whatsoever.
He didn't make it on either of my lists.
His movies are not funny.
What about his television show, The Real Husbands of Hollywood? I thought that was funny.
That was good. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying for the amount of stardom that he has, it just hasn't equaled out to me. Number 2, Lisa Lampanelli.
There is a video out right now.
Yes.
That happened last month?
She goes batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy on a person.
Yes, I forget why.
She's crazy. She lost her shit, man.
Yeah, she's out of her mind. I saw her 3 times. The second time and third time, totally not worth it. Number 3, I'm gonna go Jeffrey Ross on the roast. He's great. Other than that, his stand up not so good. Number 4, Chris Tucker. His last special was god awful.
Awful. I felt. Could you just feel the room being quiet and how it's just uncomfortable watching it.
That special gave me anxiety. I was watching it, biting my fingernails. I'm like, oh my God, how is he doing this?
He was doing the Chris Rock pacing back and forth, like he was on stage, but nobody was laughing. It was
nobody. And number 5, I like him to an extent, but not for the fame he has. I love his podcast. Joe Rogan. His stand-up to me is not that great.
I think Joe Rogan's like a Chris Brown of he does it all. Like he
can do it all, yeah.
A heavy hitter in every aspect.
He's too muscular to be funny, to be honest.
You didn't see his last special where he looked like he was just like coked out of his mind?
Yeah, he was roided out.
He's sweating like a pig.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about his well-being than the jokes that are coming out of his mouth.
All right, so my top 5 overrated in order. Number 1 would meaning the most top overrated guy. All right, and that to me, without a doubt, is Bill Cosby.
It's a clean act.
It's really bad. It's not even funny. It's not funny. It's not funny.
He just sits in the chair. He sits in the chair the whole time.
Yeah. I got number 2 here. I watched
that. Has nothing to do about the. You don't put him there.
If I included that, he would be on my top 5.
The drugs and rape, you mean?
Yes. If I included that in the aspect, he would be a top 5 greatest comedian of ever.
And top 5 big dick energy.
Yes. The guy has pulled off some shit.
Yeah. They got away with it for 60 years.
Yeah, the most successful serial rapist in history.
Yes, absolutely.
Number 2, to me, tried to watch a bunch of his specials. I mean, I did get through them, but it was torture. Is Aziz Ansari is not.
Oh, I completely agree.
Is not funny to me.
People love him.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
And he does some big ass shit too. His last special was huge.
I don't get it. I don't get it whatsoever.
Number 3 for me is Seinfeld.
I agree. Agree with that.
I feel like when he talks, he's just making sense, like common sense. Like it doesn't make me laugh.
All he's doing for an hour is go, what's the deal with this? What's the deal with that? What's the deal with this? We get it.
Yeah, like
you're not comprehending shit. We get it.
Number 4, I seen him live at the Sovereign Performing Arts Center is Mitch Hedberg. Saw him a couple weeks before he died.
Okay.
I actually walked out of the place and just waited out in the lobby.
See, they compare Jeselnik to him because of the one-liners, the way that he tells jokes.
Well, Jeselnik puts more of a story to it. Mitch Hedberg, he has one line, and then he has one line. He has the setup line, the kicker line, over and over and over again throughout the whole show. Where like Jeselnik will get you, he'll take a while to set up something,
right,
and then he'll hit you with something that you're not expecting. And definitely, you're not going to agree with my number 5, but I don't find him funny. It also, to me, is common sense, but I understand how he relates to the black community as Chris Rock. He was funny. He was funny to me in New Jack City. That one, yes, that I get.
I don't know. He wasn't even supposed to be funny in that movie.
Oh, sorry about that.
Just a skinny crackhead.
This is the FuckNut News Feed. The FuckNut News Feed, where motherfuckers do some fucked up shit. Where motherfuckers should have been swallowed instead of being born. Yeah. Let's get into these FuckNuts. Got any hand-picked stories this week?
I found this one to be pretty interesting. A North Carolina man shoved $100 worth of Walmart steaks down his pants. He fled the Walmart on a moped. Now, I don't know if you've ever gotten meat from Walmart. It's rancid. It's fucking disgusting.
I have not.
It's terrible. I don't know why this guy is. I mean, I can see why he's stealing it because it's really not worth anything.
But he went on to the riding thing so that he just looked like a fat person, that he wasn't stealing anything.
I don't know what his motive was. Maybe he was planning a stakeout.
Right. Outside, yeah.
I mean, he's wearing jeans, wearing baggy ass jeans, wearing a white t-shirt. They show him under arrest. I don't know if he didn't make it that far because his moped's right there in the screen and he's getting arrested. So he might have made it like down the block, but they said he took 10 packages of stolen steaks.
If he was only going, 2 miles an hour on that moped, I'm sure he was easy to catch.
Right. It was in the pouring down rain as well. So this guy obviously did not have a game plan. I don't know if it was just like something that he short-circuited and just he forgot to pay.
So he was stealing the steaks and the electric riding thing.
No. The moped was his.
He brought his own moped into Walmart.
Yes.
That's a new one. I've not seen that.
And they have not announced the formal charges against him yet. I wonder, like, obviously shoplifting, but what else could you arrest him for?
That's a whole new way to explain drive-through. Like
Walmart is a drive-through now.
Yeah, drove in and drove out.
Found that pretty funny. And they have, like they have the evidence like on top of the cop cars. Like they put like the bags of drugs or whatever on top of the cop cars, where they have a picture here of all the steaks on top of the cop cars, like evidence. So funny.
So I have a story here. It's from Houston, Texas. Like you said, another hot area where you have just crazy fucking people, crazy fuck nuts doing crazy fucking things.
Weirdos.
There was a woman arrested because she, I guess, got really intoxicated at someone's house. She was brought there by a friend to a friend's house. 41-year-old Jessica Collins.
So she's a friend of the friend.
Correct, that she was at someone's house, yes. And Jessica Collins, 41, charged with assault, bodily injury. Now, I don't agree. I'm pretty upset at this story because she was, I believe, released on $1,000 bail, but she pounced on the owner of the house, knocked her to the ground, and bit off her nose. But the kicker of the whole thing was she bit off the nose. She swallowed the nose.
Holy shit.
You're not able to get it back. Sew it on. The owner of the house is without a fucking nose on her face right now. And this bitch was released on $1,000 bail.
Ooh. Well, she should have been putting her nose in other people's business.
She was trashed, demanded more alcohol and cigarettes.
She's sniffing around. That's what
the owner of the house cut her off. Said, no more drinks for you. Said she was trying to fight back, but all she could remember was the taste of blood in her mouth when she got knocked down.
Wait, is this the woman that got her nose bitten off?
Yeah. She passed out several times, woke up in the ambulance, realizing that she has no nose. Yeah, she doesn't have insurance, so I can't imagine, this bitch gets out on $1,000 bail, and this other girl has no nose, no insurance. I mean, this girl, she's known nationwide now, Jessica Collins. So if you are around her, I'm sure it's big talk, gossip.
I'm wearing a fucking mask around that bitch.
That, and I couldn't imagine any man ever allowing her to.
She did that to her nose. Imagine what she would do with a dick.
Exactly. No man is going to ever allow her to give a blowy again.
No. I wouldn't even allow her to kiss me. She'd bite my tongue off. I mean, the only reason that she bit her nose off is because she cut her off. I mean, how true do we know that to be? How do we know she wasn't sniffing around, for problems or anything? Who's to say that she wasn't being a nosy bitch?
She definitely was being a nosy bitch.
Who's to say that she didn't nose something that she wasn't supposed to nose? Maybe
the woman was just trying to follow the nose because it always knows.
Having drinks, just having a good time, and this fucking woman just comes up and bites you. Yeah, I got your nose.
She's in your house, and you don't want her leaving your house intoxicated. You should cut her off, and then she takes your nose.
Identical twin sisters to marry identical brothers and live happily ever after in the same apartment. Creepy, isn't it?
Are they planning on open relationships? I mean, because mistakes will be made.
How would you know? And they just look like the whitest people ever. This is always something the white people could do.
I hope their penises have significant difference. Yeah.
I was going to say, could you imagine if everything was identical?
Yeah, like it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
No feelings can be hurt.
I mean, am I that much of an asshole? Do you find this not to be bizarre?
Imagine how torturous would that be to your kids,
right?
To be that confused, in the same household. Who's your mother? Who's your father?
I would just keep switching it on them. I keep telling Zach I'm his uncle and Nicholas I'm his uncle. Just keep fucking up the kid for his whole life.
Even though you are the father, you'd be like, I'm not your dad.
Oh no, go ask your dad, Zach. I find it very bizarre. He's getting married. Getting married is weird enough. I mean, I'm about to tie the knot, and it's just.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much.
The audience doesn't know that you and my sister were up staying with me this past weekend. We were actually going to do a live podcast, but we just never got to it. The weekend was way too busy.
Yeah, way too packed, jam-packed.
I got another story here, and this one, and not even a fucking, she's a fucking shitbag. This woman is a shitbag, but it's worth bringing up.
Is this your weekly India news?
No, it's close. It's actually Iowa. Starts with an I.
Okay, all right.
It's a woman.
It's close. It's not close at all.
Iowa,
Indiana. Oh, well, okay.
A 30-year-old woman named Erin Mackey of Iowa. She was charged with 4 counts of child endangerment and 1 of transferring a firearm to a person under 21. This bitch has 3 kids, ranging from 6 to 12 years old. She left these 3 kids home alone. Apparently, she left the kids alone to take a trip to Germany. The kids were able to get a hold of their biological father.
So that's something your ex-wife would do.
Yes.
Maybe she hated Jews that much and she just needed to go to the motherland. How does your mind allow you to even get to the airport? How does your mind allow you to board that plane? You know what I mean?
It couldn't have been a red eye. It had to be a connection flight. And you fly to your
Oh, yeah, there's no direct flight from Iowa to fucking Germany.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you let's say you land in Georgia. You don't rethink, you're about to leave the country and 3 kids are at home.
The kids are 12, 7, and 6. They can't live on their own.
To keep them safe, she gave the 12-year-old a firearm.
Yeah, I saw that. And she also told the officer that she didn't see it being a problem. Lady, you didn't fucking go out to the grocery store and come back in 15 minutes. You went to another fucking country.
I mean, it's all premeditated, too.
Well, this is what the cop said. He said, we have situations where parents go next door or parents may go out for the night.
So it had to be premeditated. I mean, she had to buy a ticket.
And I guarantee you, this woman was allowed to vote. She's allowed to vote on everything, and she's allowed all these fucking rights. There's got to be either a plague or something that wipes people out, or there's got to be, I'm telling you, man, voting for president and voting for all these things, this is why people are in office, because of fucking fucknuts like these. And there's a lot more of these people than we think.
She didn't just walk out the door, though, dude. She handed the 12-year-old a gun. So, I mean, she knew she was leaving kids behind. It wasn't just like I went crazy and didn't know I had kids. Here's the 9mm.
I'll bring you back some chocolate.
And listen, if anybody comes through that door, you shoot first, talk later.
She was probably hoping one of them would be the kid's father.
Yes. I heard the story about this chick at the AVN Awards. And this guy was trying to get in her pants. They made out. He started finger banging her.
Mm-hmm.
And he realized that he felt something in her vag. He pulled it out, and it was a plastic baggie full of fucking coke.
What?
Or heroin, one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And her response was, "Oh, I forgot that was in there."
This is a porn star?
Yeah, porn star.
Their vagina is their clutch purse. It's the little ham wallet.
You're like, up and to the left. There, yeah, there's my car keys.
Oh, do I got to queef again? I need my ID.
Yeah. What's this other one? You see that other one that's in blue? It says Wisconsin man who crashed his car is tasered after dancing barefoot using karate moves in traffic. I gotta click on that. I'm sorry. He's doing karate moves in traffic. Oh shit! Look at him. He got fucked up.
Oh yeah, he did get. Oh, he looks like he's on something good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on something good.
Dude was doing karate moves in the middle of traffic.
He looks very drunk.
After he crashed his car, like he got so like beat up by the car.
Could you imagine, dude? Could you imagine if like the cops pulled him over? He was so drunk, and he had everybody was kung fu fighting playing on his car, and he just got out and started doing fucking karate moves.
Yes, yes. And he had that shit purposely on loop. So you get good 30 minutes out of it.
Or like when you go to get sushi and they have that Japanese music playing, that's just playing or surround sound out of his car. He's just getting out doing all types of moves.
And what if he's doing that thing where he's talking, saying shit under his breath, and then he moves his mouth like a minute later, like a couple seconds later?
Like all those Bruce Lee movies?
Yes, like the old karate movies. Well,
holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, you're not gonna. Oh, that is great. That is great. That is funny. See, they say a deputy tasered Clark after he allegedly ignored the officer's request to get on the ground, but officials say Clark wasn't deterred. Clark allegedly ripped the taser probes off his chest and started acting out karate-style moves.
that's awesome.
See, now, if this is the black guy, this story would not be here because he'd be dead.
Oh, sorry, there was another button to click, and I clicked it. I don't know if you see it. It's in blue on that page. The title of the story is Milwaukee Police.
After the suspect allegedly yells, I'm not going back to jail.
No, wait a minute. That's not the one I clicked on. I clicked on one. Oh, that's not the one. Oh, here, down one more. There it is.
Lightning strikes woman at country music festival in Wisconsin.
Damn it. See, I combined the two, and it made me laugh. I was thinking she got struck by lightning, and when she got struck by lightning...
I'm not going back to jail?
Yeah, she yelled out, I'm not going back to jail. I want to give a big thank you to my co-host and senior analyst correspondent, Joey Shalamo, a.k.a. Joey Fire, because he spits that real shit, a.k.a. Joe Seth Curry, because he's money from outside the PA.
Hey, I'm out of here like a fat kid in dodgeball.
I want to thank the audience for fucking with us. From Reading to Queens and everything in between, we out.
Voices in my head, that's cool, cause the boys still